Yes, I am back from just having a fantastic weekend, folks. I got to see Duck Soup on the big screen, as well as got to see a fantastic Groucho Marx impersonator by the name of Frank Ferrante. Link to the bottom. I'm not selling out. I'm telling you a simple fact. He does a fantastic show, a lot of fun. You swear Groucho is on the screen. There are some great improv moments. Definitely worth the price if he's in your town. You have to check him out. Now, on to business. This weekend I also got to see The Adjustment Bureau, the under-publicized movie that's based off of a Philip K. Dick short story, and it's directed by first-time director George Nolfi, who had written Bourne Ultimatum and Ocean's 12, to name a few. Well, he's in the director's chair this time, directing Matt Damon and Emily Blunt in this movie about a young representative who tries to become senator but fails miserably. Well, on the night he does his concession speech, he ends up running into the love of his life. But due to certain circumstances and choices, he doesn't end up getting back together with her after that night for a long period of time. Then, by chance, he ends up meeting with her again, but then certain events happen where he can't meet up with her. They don't stay together again, and he rushes ahead the game, and he comes to find out why they keep missing each other, why things keep happening. It's because of the Adjustment Bureau, who is a bureau of caseworkers who work for this chairman who has this plan, and they adjust people's paths in their lives to follow the plan. And if they decide by chance, if they make a decision or events happen by chance that alter this path that they're supposed to go on, that goes against the plan, the caseworkers make sure they put a series of things in line so that you do end up getting back on the path, though you may not be aware you're on a specific path. It's a Philip K. Dick story, so you know it's going to screw with your mind. Basically, folks, this is an entertaining, interesting film, okay? It's not that long of a film, for one, and it was under-publicized, and I'm not sure why. But I think it's very interesting and is worth your attention, okay? Matt Damon does a great performance as the young man who discovers the Adjustment Bureau, and he fights with them, fights against the plan to be with the woman he loves at all costs, okay? It's at its core a romance story wrapped in kind of a sci-fi supernatural mix of things, okay? But it never gets too heavy, okay? It's not like Inception heavy, not that deep, but they do cover some similar themes that were covered in Inception, plus some other themes as well, dealing with relationships, dealing with chance, and even get a little bit on a religious level without getting too religious, okay? I mean, don't think just because they use certain words in there that they're going a certain way with it. They definitely play a fine line with between going to a certain religion and playing it more just supernatural. I think it's a good date movie. One, not only is it shorter, but you've got elements that both guys and women will both like in general, okay? The guys will find that it doesn't get too mushy, okay? There's a lot of cool kind of supernatural sci-fi elements that'll keep them interested probably, but the women will probably also enjoy the softer parts and the relationship parts with Matt Damon and Emily Blunt's character. And in general, I think it's a movie that couples will enjoy. It's not as far out there as Inception, not as deep, but it doesn't mean that it's not worth the price of admission. I had to give Adjustment Bureau 3.5 stubs. I really enjoyed it. It was nice, original type story. I know they borrowed from other elements, but it was nice to see something that wasn't a remake and wasn't really a sequel, okay? Or a prequel, for that matter. It did remind me a little bit of the one episode of The Twilight Zone, I believe it is, where a guy found out that there were people, you know, building the future ahead of time, you know, putting things in place and that. So it kind of was similar to that, but 3.5 stubs, definitely worth the price of admission, at least a matinee. Go, it's a good date movie, and I really think it's, you know, something that everybody can enjoy. And that'll about do it for us here at The Final Cut. Till next time, keep that ticket stub.